Hey, bro. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about athleticism and the role it plays in your self development journey. So, we all know about the physical benefits of athleticism and working out and exercise and all that. It makes your muscles stronger, it makes your bones stronger, it makes your heart stronger, it makes your lungs stronger, it makes your immune system stronger, it just makes you stronger all around, right? What I'm going to talk about today is how it makes your mind stronger. So, athleticism makes your mind stronger in 7 key ways. The first is that it clears your mind. So like as we live our lives and we just go through the motions and shit, like we pick up these little things that stress us out. These things that we just can't stop thinking about, and they just kind of eat away at our mental bandwidth. As you exercise, your brain drops these things because it can't afford to worry about whatever it is that you were worrying about. It has to worry about how you're going to put one foot over the other and not trip. It has to worry about how you're going to make sure the other team doesn't score. It has to worry about how you're going to score yourself. Basically, it's got bigger fish to fry, and when you exercise, you just drop all this other shit that doesn't matter. Once you drop all that shit that doesn't matter, after a fresh session of exercise, your mind is recuperated, and your mind it's just better able to deal with whatever it is that you have to deal with. So like after you exercise, you can fix your issues with a clear head and finally fix them once and for all, instead of just like thinking about them and ruminating over them for a fat ass minute. Okay, so the second thing that exercise does for you is that it improves your focus. Because the thing with exercise is that if you're going to play a sport, you're focused on the ball or on the net or the hoop or the goalpost or whatever it is that you're focused on, you're focused on it. If you're running, you're focused on putting one foot in front of the other. That's what you focus on. And focus is a skill. It's kind of like a muscle. You use it or lose it. As you exercise, you sharpen this focus skill, and you can take that into other areas of your life. So for me, I work in fast food, and I always had trouble focusing on my job because it's stupid. I hate it. It's fucking stupid. It's like I have to make these things for these fat motherfuckers to eat. Like, bro, fast food is stupid. I hate it. Because of that, I couldn't focus on it. I would get distracted by my own thoughts. I'd get distracted by my coworkers. I'd get distracted by the littlest thing. But as I started to exercise more, I noticed that I was just better able to focus. I don't know why. I couldn't explain it, but I just knew that it was just way easier for me to focus on whatever it is that I needed to focus on, even if I thought it was something stupid. Okay, so the third thing that exercise does for your brain is that it distracts you from your vices. And your vices, they kind of fuck up your brain. Your vices could be anything. Your vices could be drugs, could be partying too much, could be friends, could be your girlfriend, could be fucking hoes. Your vices could be video games. They could be Netflix. They could be YouTube videos. They could be texting people on your phone. Your vices could be anything. But if you're exercising, you don't have time to be like worried about your vices and shit. You're busy exercising. You're not like doing all this shit that's just gonna fuck you over and like destroy you in the long run. You're doing shit that's good for you, that's gonna build you. Okay, the next thing that it does is that it makes you quick-witted. So with exercise, you gotta be quick on your feet. You have to be quicker than the other team. That's how you win. You have to be quicker than, well, you just gotta be quick. That's another skill. Just like the focus thing, you can sharpen that skill while you exercise, while you play sports, while you hit the gym, while you do whatever you want to do, and then transfer that to another area of your life. Okay, the next thing that it does is that it decreases brain fog. So a lot of you might not know what brain fog is. You may not have heard that term. And it's pretty difficult to explain. But basically, it's like Imagine a car that needs an oil change, right? The car doesn't run smooth. You can hear like all the fucking cranks like grinding against each other. It just doesn't run good. That's what brain fog is for your brain. When your brain has brain fog, it's like it needs an oil change. And exercise is that oil change because like what we talked about earlier, how it clears your head. After you exercise, you get rid of this brain fog because you just cleared your head. You're not like you can think better. You can act better. You can string your thoughts together more streamlinedly. Okay. The next thing that it does is that it strengthens your mind-body connection. So, obviously, your mind controls your body. And how does it do this? Well, there's this system inside of you. I don't know too much about it. I'm not a neuroscientist. I don't know. But what I do know is that there's some system inside of you that allows your mind to control your body, right? You could think of it like a controller. And just like like if you're like me and you've never really played a lot of video games, you know that if you don't have a lot of experience with the controller, you can be a little awkward or clumsy when you're using it. Like with me, I always have to have the sensitivity low whenever I play any video game because I just don't have that kind of experience with it. And if the sensitivity is too high, I just can't like aim right and like I just can't do it right. Your body and brain is the same way. If your brain never has experience controlling your body, it's just not going to control your body right. You're going to be awkward. You're going to be clumsy. You're not going to know your own strength. You're going to trip over your own 2 feet. You're not going to act right. If you want to act right, you want to act like someone that's really well-rounded and really, really developed, you got to exercise so that your body is comfortable. So that your brain is comfortable controlling your body. Okay, the last thing that it does is that it improves your sleep. So this is the thing with exercise too. It gets you tired all around. Like if you're doing the sport, your legs are tired because they've been running. Your arms are tired because they've been throwing balls, catching balls, maybe pushing people, maybe making sure that you don't get pushed. Your shoulders, your core, your chest, your back, all these trunk muscles, they get tired because you've been moving around like that. You've been like changing your posture. You've had to keep up your composure. And you're just tired at the end of the day. When you're tired, you fall into a nice, deep, restful sleep. The type of sleep that really rejuvenates you for the next day. If you don't exercise, your body's not going to be tired. Your body's going to have energy to spare, and you're going to stay up late. The problem with this is that just because your body's not tired doesn't mean your mind isn't tired. Your mind's been working. Your mind's been dealing with people. Your mind's been talking to people. Your mind's been on dealing with your phone. Your mind's been like manipulating tools and shit. It's been like working with computers. Your mind is tired because it's been stimulated and has been doing shit. If your body's not tired and is not letting you get that deep, deep, restful sleep, but your mind is tired and it needs that sleep that it can't get, what do you think is going to happen? You think you're going to show up in the world and present yourself as a well-developed person? No, dude, you're gonna show up like a fucking dork. You're going to show up like stupid. Okay, so those are the 7 ways that exercise kind of helps you develop yourself and be, just kind of like better all around. I know maybe that I didn't like really explain all of this good, but that's because I don't have like a fucking script in front of me that I could just read this from. This is all kind of just like impromptu, like all off the dome. But I hope that what I said kind of hit close to home and it made some sort of sense. And I hope that now that you understand this, you can make the decision to be the version of you that does exercise. Because I promise you, the version of you that does exercise is way better than the version of you that doesn't. That's all for today. Have a good one. I hope this helps.